Alright, this is the challenge, the Save Wagons challenge. And I'm doing the first part of the video, which is going over the 4 entries that have been submitted to me. This is Camel Factor's station wagon. It's a 2011, so it's the newest one that's entered in here. It's made out of corrosion resistant steel, monocoque chassis, carbon fiber chassis material. Front longitudinal, double wishbone front, multi-link in the rear. It's a 90-degree V8, aluminium silicate heads and block, 3.98 on a bore and 4.724 on the stroke. It's a 7.7 liter push rod. All the best parts on the internals. This is a flat plane. I'm actually glad that somebody made a flat plane engine instead of a cross plane. I really like the sound of a cross plane V8. It really sounds beefy, but I've been sent so many engines like that, and I just want to hear something different. 8.4 to 1 compression ratio, 269 horsepower, 67 foot-pound torque. Naturally aspirated, direct injection, single configuration, performance intake, premium 90 AKI, but I see it's got set up to 86.8. That's like 87 octane, so it runs good on regular gas. Fuel mixture completely leaned out, ignition timing completely maxed out, 5,000 RPM rev limiter. What was the cam profile on this? All 0. Yeah, it's for reliability. Okay, race tubular, dual exhaust, 1.75 inches, so 1 3/4 inches. High flow 3-way with a straight through muffler. Well, I don't hear too many flat planes. Let's listen to it. Compared to the other four cars, I can't talk today. Something's wrong with me. Anyway, it looks angry. And no, I'm not saying it's an ugly car. I'm just saying that there's 3 others I prefer more than this. This is called the Deep Claw. And I gave this a 1 out of 4 on styling. I believe this might be a luxury type station wagon. Well, it's got longitudinal 4x4, advanced automatic, 8 speeds. It does 0 to 62 9.9 seconds. Manual lockers. So I guess you could do some off-roading as long as it's not like major off-roading. And plus, it gives you best traction in snow, I think. Sports compound radials, 345 40 20s. Steel rims. So this vehicle is very safe. It's pretty good reliability too. Solid 6-piston, solid disc 6-piston, 17-inch front, solid 1-piston 17-inch rear. It stops in 108.7 feet from 62 to 0. Downforce with cooling flaps. It's an 8-passenger with handmade interior and luxury infotainment. Hydraulic variable with electronic stability control, advanced 10s on safety. Hydropneumatic, can never say that word. Twin tube with active sway bars. And oh nice, no warning lights, which I don't count that against anybody. It's 14.2 miles per gallon, so it's luxury. It's the safest vehicle here with over 100 safety points. Is 0.3 safety points. That's pretty comfortable. 64.4. 54 on the trim reliability, and the engine reliability was 75.8. So we go back. It costs us $117,000. So that was the second most expensive one here. Top speed's 149 miles per hour, quarter mile time in 17.1 seconds. That's basically it. It's doing the worst so far. There's still two more categories that I can give points for. That's how it drives, how I, if I like driving it or whatever, and a lap time. So I haven't done neither one of those yet. But so far it's in last place with only 19 points. This one here. This is Prince of All Saiyans. So far, last place is Camel Factor. And tied for second place is Prince of All Saiyans and Wall, which means so far Armor Motors is winning. So this is a 2009 by Prince of All Saiyans. His is the Little Wyvern. That's what he named it. It's aluminium panels with glued aluminium chassis, longitudinal McPherson strut front, semi-trailing arm in the rear. It's a 90-degree V16 aluminium silicate heads and block with 2.846 on the bore and 3.795 on the stroke. I was trying to figure out why this is such a small V16 at 6.3 liters. But I think this car is made for reliability because aluminium, it don't rust, it corrodes, but it has the least amount of corrosion of all the parts. And this being push rod, and I got let me check here. So yeah, Prince of All Saints got the highest engine reliability, highest reliability of the trim, the highest miles per gallon. He got the lowest price. That's it. It's got 365 foot-pound torque with 212 horsepower. Yeah. Got the best internals. Oh, zero cam profile on this one too. 8.7 to 1 compression ratio. Direct injection. Set up to run on 87 octane. Single configuration. Standard intake. Camel Factory's doing the same thing. Fuel mixture of 15 and ignition time 100. RPM rev limiter 4900. Short cast headers, dual exhaust, 2 inches. High flow 3-way with straight through exhaust. So the 0 to 62 in 7.7 seconds. It's got a longitudinal 4-wheel drive, manual 4-speed, and that I can see that as for reliability. Open differentials, I think those are reliable too, or reliability. Hard long life tires, of course that's for reliability too. Steel rims, same reason. He's got 220, 40, 18s. Salt disc, 1 piston, 15 inches front and rear. No under tray, no cooling flaps. It's a 5-seater, standard interior, basic CD. Hydraulic, power steering. No traction aids. I guess you were allowed that because I think the Dodge Viper didn't have to have any traction aids until they went to that last generation, or most recent generation, basic 2000 safety. Progressive 22 passive on the sway bars. Top speed's 149 miles per hour. I think it says 7.74 on 0 to 62. Quarter mile in 15.78 seconds. This stops 62 to 0, 126 feet, which is the worst stopping distance on all four cars, but this is pretty decent. $39,700. I couldn't ever afford that, but I couldn't afford any of these cars, but this is the cheapest one. 47.7 safety points, so it's the lowest in safety. 69.2, it's high for reliability, like I said. 26.5 miles per gallon, that's really good for a station wagon. On styling, I gave this a 2 out of 4. I liked it better than the Camel Factor Steep Claw, but I like 2 other cars better than this, which was Walls and Armor Motors. It's the Little Wyvern. Alright. So, next is Wall. Now, Wall, I was looking at his, and it looks like he went towards the performance side. It's something like a Mercedes type station wagon. Okay, where are you at, Wall? Where's Wall at? Here it is. His is called the Pano Journey. It's a good thing that his car came out before Dodge made it a Journey, or he'd be sued. He can actually probably sue Dodge. But this is a 1995 station wagon. And it's made out of steel, monocoque steel, front longitudinal double wishbone front and rear. It's an inline 6 turbo with aluminium head and block. 3.306 on the bore and 3.386 on the stroke. 3,400 cc's exactly. I wonder if he did that on purpose. Engine reliability is the lowest at 59.1. So I told you I had Mercedes reliability. I joke. Dual overhead cam, 4 valves per cylinder with VVL, 410 horsepower and 321 foot-pound torque. So yeah, like I said, this is a performance type car with forged pistons, or forged crank and forged connector rods, well, heavy duty forged, and forged pistons. C+4 quality on the cam and compression here. 8.0 to 1 compression ratio and 34 cam profile and 73 VVL and VVT all cams. +4 on the turbocharged ball bearing. +4 on the quality there. Make sure I wasn't forgetting nothing. And +4 quality on exhaust. Multi-port fuel injection, performance intake, premium octane. 14.1 the fuel mixture, and 85 ignition time, 7,400 RPM rev limiter. High flow 3-way, straight through exhaust. Let's listen to this inline 6. Sounds mad. Okay, since we're at this menu, I'll just go ahead and show you the car. I gave us a 3 out of 4. I like it. It looks like a normal station wagon that you see. Or like what you would have seen. That's a tiny sunroof there. Not saying something bad about it, I'm just saying it's tiny. I like that EFI badge on back of it. Pano Turbo. Or maybe this is just called a Pano. Maybe the engine's called Journey. I don't know. You can tow with it. It's got a ball hitch. That's cool. Maybe they do this in Brazil or something like that. But usually the third brake light for American cars is up here. Yeah, I like it. I like this like bluish purple type deal. Alright, 0 to 62 in 5.7 seconds. It's a 6-speed manual rear-wheel drive. Viscosas LSD. Sports compound, 270 front, 290 on the rear, which is 40 aspect ratio on the front and 35 on the rear. 18's front and rear. Magnesium rims with +4 quality on that. I want to make sure I try to remember to look at all of them. I think this is +4 quality on all this. No, +2 quality on the brakes. It's got just a little bit of brake fade on the sportiness, like 0.2. It's like a speck of dust. Salt disc 4-piston 15-inch rear. Salt disc 3-piston 13-inch on the rear. 45 pad type. Semi-clad with cooling flaps and active wing. +1 quality on that. It's a 5-seater with premium interior, standard cassette. Variable hydraulic with traction control and ABS, standard 90s. After sport, gas monotube, passive. So it's got 60.2 safety points, 52.8 for trim reliability, 22.9 miles per gallon, which is pretty good, and $48,600. Top speed to 157 miles per hour, 0 to 62 in 5.7 seconds, and I thought, yeah, this is pretty quick. But you guys see Armor Motors vehicle next. I thought this was a performance vehicle. Wait till you see his. Performance stops in 107 feet, which, you know, Wall had the best stopping distance, 107 feet from 62 to 0. So he don't have no problems, stopping. And while I'm waiting for Armor Motors to load up, Armor Motors has got the best 0 to 62 time, the best quarter mile time, the best top speed. That's about it. But yeah, I seen this and I said 4 out of 4 on styling. This is just amazing. This is a 2009. Absolutely insane. Looks sort of like a BMW, but I think this looks better than BMW a whole lot. Definitely, for sure. It's more reliable than a BMW too, I bet. But man, that looks good. I like that. That is so sweet. It's sick, man. That is sick. If anybody knows Armor Motors, if you're watching, I wonder what kind of license plate it is. It looks like maybe Maryland, Minnesota, Missouri, I don't know, Maine. I don't know. They have a California's license plate on here. I didn't know it. Or maybe it's just a made-up license plate. I don't know. I live in West Virginia, so I see things like Tennessee and North Carolina license plates. Indiana. Okay, so his is made out of, wow, carbon fiber panel material, a semi-space frame chassis, aluminium chassis, front longitudinal double wishbone front and rear, plus 5 quality on that. This is a 90-degree V8 aluminium head and block. Oh, armor motor. He didn't build a square motor this time. Sorry, it's an engine, not a motor. A motor is electric, but a lot of people call an engine a motor anyway. It's a 3.65 on the bore and 4 inches on the stroke, and it's a 5.5 liter with a dual overhead cam. With an overhead cam, 4 valves per cylinder, with VVL. All 610 horsepower and 623 foot-pound torque. Sometimes I forget and I think that Cookie Monster made this one. He likes power. But yeah, it's billet steel, so it's cross-plane, lightweight titanium, and lightweight forged. Plus 5 quality on the cam and compression, which is 9.2 to 1 compression ratio, 32 on cam profile, 80 on VDL and VVT. Come on, switching menus. Turbocharged ball bearing, 5 quality on that, 5 quality on the fuel, which is direct injection, performance intake, premium 90 octane, 14.4 on fuel mixture, and 43 ignition time and 7,300 RPM rev limiter. Dual overhead. Dual exhaust, 3 3/4 inches on diameter. High flow 3-way reverse flow muffler. I guess he's going for quietness there. Yep, 38. That's a turbo, so why not? Turbo also makes it quiet. This is all-wheel drive with a dual clutch 6-speed. Yeah, gee whiz. 0 to 62 in 3 seconds flat. No, I'm not saying that's ridiculous. This is what I do. I give everybody freedom to make their cars as they want. Geared LSD, plus 3 quality on that. Sports compound, 275/40 19s, alloy rims, carbon ceramic front and rear brakes with 2 pistons on the front, 1 piston in the rear, 16 inches front and rear. -6 quality on that. No undertrade, no coin flaps. 5 seats, premium interior, premium sat nav, plus 3 quality on that. Yeah, it's like a BMW. Electric power steering with the electronic stability control, advanced 2000 safety. Progressive springs, gas tube, gas monotube, and active sway bars. 190 miles per hour for station wagon. That is amazing. Shoo. 108 feet for stopping distance from 62 to 0, which is a little bit worse than the Walls. Walls had the best at 107 feet, and then, next after that, our motors was Camel Factor was 109 feet, and then Prince of All Saints is 126 feet. So, wow, this is. It does a quarter mile in 11.1 seconds. This is the most expensive one, so you're gonna pay a hefty price for its performance. Is $136,000. And what's amazing to me is 21.7 miles per gallon, so it's really good on fuel economy. 60.1 on safety. Trim reliability is 61.2. Engine reliability is 70.9. I think these are all pretty good cars. Like I said, so far, Armor Motors is winning at 30 points, and Prince of All Saints of Wall is at 26 points, 4 points below him. And Camel Factor's got a real deficit. He needs to make up 19 points. So the next thing you're going to see is me doing lap times, and then I'll be telling you how I thought the cars were driving, and I'll pick a winner after that. Because just 2 more categories, 2 other people can catch up, but it looks like unless somebody else's car drives way better than Armor Motors, I believe Armor Motors is going to get the best lap time, and we'll see. I'm going to drive on Hirochi Raceway. Thanks for watching.